I don't want to be locked into a statement where later on you show me that it's somebody else magically. I can't testify to that.
There's no magic about this. It's your testimony. I'm just asking you what you see.
And that was a lie, right, Sergeant? Because the video is actually inverted. Everything we're looking at is backwards. Left is right, right is left.
Correct?
Objection.
That's true. It's true. Jury heard it. Doesn't matter. That is completely inappropriate. You can't change your testimony from direct examination to cross-examination just because you're afraid of what question may come next.
Objection.
Yeah.
Sustained. Get differently, Mr. Jackson.
Come on, Bev. You know he's right. There are the sirens again that we talked about.
Does Mr. Lally know what's on this thumb drive?
I do not.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up, It's the Law. Today we're going to continue with Yuri Bukhenik's cross-examination by none other than Alan Jackson in the first trial of Karen Reed in Massachusetts in June of 2024. Without further ado, let's dive right in, shall we?
I do not know. I think that's the tow truck driver. He would have the only access to the vehicle. We did not touch the vehicle.
Who's that on the left?
Notice how, again, just like in part 4, notice how we didn't touch the vehicle. We're not touching the vehicle. We're not coming anywhere near the vehicle. Stop accusing me of touching the vehicle. I didn't break the headlight, okay? Bud, leave me alone.
I missed that. I was looking down at the laser pointer. I do not know. I know for a fact I'm the gentleman that's wearing a dark olive drab state police baseball style hat, and Trooper Mike Proctor is wearing a winter hat.
Trooper Proctor's wearing what?
A winter hat.
Back that up. That was playing, and I didn't realize it was playing while you were talking. And then stop. Yesterday, when you testified, you indicated that the two individuals in this scene were you and Trooper Proctor, correct?
That is not correct. There was two individuals in the rear of the vehicle I shined my light to. That was me and Trooper Proctor.
Do you see Trooper Proctor toward the back of the rear of the vehicle there?
I can't tell because of where the head is. I just know that Trooper Proctor was wearing a black hat.
Which the person in that in the video to the left, to the rear of the car, is wearing a black hat, correct?
I can't tell. I don't want to be locked into a statement where later on you show me that it's somebody else magically. I can't testify to that.
There's no magic about this. It's your testimony. I'm just asking you what you see.
He already testified to this on direct examination the previous day with Mr. Lally, that yes, it was, and now he's afraid to lock himself in? Like, are you kidding me? Really? You're going to be doing that now, Mr. Bukhenik? That is completely inappropriate. You can't change your testimony from direct examination to cross-examination just because you're afraid of what question may come next. Wow, these guys are cowards because they know they messed up very seriously.
I don't see that, no.
Do you see the person toward the back of the vehicle walking toward the opposite side of the SUV?
I do.
What area does he appear to be going to?
He appears to be going towards the rear passenger side of the vehicle, although it does not appear so because the video is inverted, a mirror image. That's where he's going.
And Sergeant Bukhenik, you testified for at least a half an hour about this video yesterday, correct?
I'm sorry, it was a long day. I don't know the timing of how long I testified.
You significantly testified about this video yesterday, did you not?
I testified about this video.
And you testified that it was true and accurate, correct?
Correct.
You testified that it was reflective of your observations of what was happening in that Sally port that morning.
Yep.
I testified that this is a accurate.
And that was a lie, right, Sergeant? Because the video is actually inverted. It is not an actual real depiction of events as you remember them, because everything we're looking at is backwards. Left is right, right is left. Except up is still up and down is still down.
Scene and collection of video evidence from the Sally port.
And as that truck sits in that Sally port, just like this, it appears from all perspective that what we're looking at is the passenger side of the car And that right rear taillight is right there shining in our face, correct? From this perspective.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
From this perspective, from the perspective that the jurors are looking at,
Okay.
from all indications, that would appear to be the right side of the truck, the passenger side of the truck, and that taillight that you can see is the right rear taillight from this perspective.
From this
The
perspective.
way it presents itself, yes.
Right,
And
there you go.
yesterday, during the entirety of your questioning
Yep.
by Mr. Lally,
Yep,
not once
here it comes.
did you mention that this video is actually completely inverted.
I did not know.
Mr. Lally didn't
Really?
ask you if it was inverted.
Really?
That's correct.
And if I hadn't gotten up here and begun questioning you, that would be left uncorrected, correct?
Objection.
That's true. It's true. Jury heard it. Doesn't
The
matter.
person with the winter cap appears to walk directly to the what ultimately should be the right rear taillight of this car, correct?
That's the vicinity, yes. That's where he is. Yeah.
I'd like you to pay attention to the right rear of this car. And I know we're completely backward, but it's the far corner of the car. Do you see a person's head there?
It appears as if someone's still there.
And that person is located at or near what portion of the car?
In real life or as it's depicted?
Is the person near in real life, near the right rear taillight of the car?
Yes.
Matter of fact, standing there, hovering around there, correct?
We don't know the distance that they are in proximity to the actual vehicle. We just know that they're behind the vehicle. That
Looks like it's pretty close, doesn't it, Sergeant?
Objection.
Sustained.
It does look
Does
that
look
way.
like he's in close proximity to the right rear taillight?
As I said, I can't tell how far away he is from the vehicle.
His head's right there, sir. You can't tell that he's right next to the right rear taillight?
Objection.
Sustained.
He just can't admit it.
I want you to pay attention to what that person does as soon as the other person comes out from behind that car. See if you see him move. Stop it. Do you see that person move?
I saw movement in the frame, yes.
Right when the other person is in eyesight of the person towards the right,
Teleported.
correct?
There's a cut scene.
I mean, the video speaks for itself.
Yeah, it does.
No.
Objection, Your Honor.
The objection sustained.
It's
No
true.
commenting, Mr. Jackson.
But
We
it's-
talked about that.
It's true.
I'm going to ask Mr. Bates to back it up because there's one other issue I want you to pay attention to, if you can, right at this moment or right before this moment, and that is the timestamp. We can back it up in maybe 10 seconds. Right about there. Don't play it yet. Instead of paying attention to the individuals, I'm going to ask you, can you see, may I approach the screen, Your Honor?
Yes.
Can you see the timestamp at 5:37 and 37 seconds p.m.? Can you see that from where you're at?
No, I cannot.
Me neither. That's why I don't walk up to it. Let's play it for about 10 seconds. Pause it.
There's a scene cut.
Did you see another person just appear toward the rear end of the car?
There was a fog of some sorts. It did appear as if a person was actually in. There was two people back there, and two people walked away, or one person walked away.
The timestamp jumped to 5:38:01. Correct?
I cannot see the timestamp, sir.
I don't know why Jackson didn't do this in the trial. Maybe he wanted to keep Yuri under control and in the witness stand. But what I do in these types of scenarios is I make the witness stand up, walk to the video, and we're going to do this again, okay? You ready? Go back 10 seconds. What's the timestamp? It's 5:37, whatever. Okay, let's keep watching. You see it goes? Yep, 5:30. And then, oh, yeah, it jumped to 5:38. Thank you very much. Please have a seat. You know, that's what I would do.
Appear that there was an anomaly. There was a portion of that video that was deleted. Or it's missing. Not deleted, but just missing.
Objection.
Can you tell that? Does it appear that way to you, Sergeant?
No, Your Honor, I cannot tell what what is happening with the video.
Of course you can't, because it immediately that would implicate you. That would incriminate you. It's essentially a way of pleading the fifth for cops. Instead of pleading the fifth, they just say, I don't remember, I don't know, I don't understand, I can't speak to that. That's their pleading the fifth. Cops plead the fifth like that all the time on the witness stand. It's extremely common, very common tactic.
If you take a close look at there's a classic police car in that Sally Port, correct?
There's an antique vehicle there, yes.
If you take a close look at the trunk of that vehicle,
The lettering is
it's
backwards,
the word police.
if you've noticed.
Yes, I believe I can read that, yes.
And it's backward, correct?
It is mirrored, correct.
That's a good indication that this is an inverted video, right?
It appears that way, yes.
And if we were to fast forward at 5:42,
If I were Jackson, I would have made Yuri get up off his ass, walk all the way over to the screen, be like, okay, we're going to play it together. You ready? There's a piece missing here. Because Jackson, even though Jackson got it in and the jury heard it, I don't think that's enough. I think he needs to get the cop to admit it. And I'm not saying I'm better than Jackson in any way, shape, or form. It's just, I guess, stylistic preference. Maybe Jackson didn't want to waste too much time and harp on that one timestamp. The fact that the jury saw a man literally teleport from one point to another in the video, or just magically appear, is enough. I don't know if that was enough, though, in the moment. I don't know.
about another 20 seconds, Mr. Booth. There you go. Can we just play it at this point? No. Okay, when you pause it. Pause it. You see the Sallyport garage came down?
Yes,
You see a number on the garage?
I do.
Is that correct?
What is correct?
Does the number appear correct? How do you make it for?
No, the number's in the mirror image, yes.
I just wanted to make the point. Everything in this video is completely backward, correct?
It's not backwards, it's mirrored, reversed. You can look yourself in the mirror in the morning, you still see your own face. It's not backwards.
But my mirror image is not an accurate depiction of who I am. My
Jack.
actual physical appearance is who I am, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
A mirror image, Sergeant, is not an accurate video of this, is it?
Objection.
It's a mirror image by definition.
Yeah.
Sustained.
Oh.
Ask it differently, Mr. Jackson.
Come on, Bev. You know he's right.
Rhonda, thank you. I don't think I need to. I would like to mark.
There are the sirens again that we talked about in the previous video. It could be a legitimate emergency. The reality of the situation is more than likely, 9 times out of 10, it is staged. There is that 10% that are, like, those again sound like fire trucks. They may be heading to a fire to help a civilian or a citizen who may be experiencing a fire. So that is possible. So fire trucks, I think, are an exception. But a lot of times you'll hear police sirens, and those are almost universally intentional by some police department. We don't know which, because they don't have like a different siren for each department. That would be interesting though, wouldn't it? If you knew like, oh, that's the Norfolk County cops over there. And, oh, that's the Massachusetts State Police sirens. You know, that'd be kind of fun if you could discern them. But unfortunately, we don't have that.
Does Mr. Lally know what's on this thumb drive without you telling us?
I do not.
Okay.
We can approach and I can certainly bring it up.
We're trying to wrap up our morning.
It's,
It's marked for identification.
if I may, Your Honor, I'd like to play the first 10 seconds of that video.
No. We'll come to cyber. It's marked for identification, right, Mr. Jackson?
So when we left off on Thursday, we were discussing the Sallyport video that was introduced by the Commonwealth on Wednesday.
Okay, that was the end of that day. And now we're on a new day. You can see his suit is different, and he's wearing different clothes and a tie.
During direct examination. Do you recall that?
I do.
When he introduced that video, Mr. Lally asked you several very specific questions about the video, including if you recognize the video in general, correct?
Yes, he did.
And you said you did.
I did.
He also asked you whether you recognized any of the individuals in the video at a particular time where he paused the video and you used your green laser pointer to point out a couple of individuals that you recognize. Do you recall that?
I do.
And in that pause, You indicated at that time on Wednesday that you recognized Trooper Proctor and what you thought was yourself, the person slipping at the front of the SUV, correct?
I indicated that Trooper Proctor and myself were in the video, and there was an individual slipping in the front of the vehicle.
And you then on Thursday, you corrected that to make sure that we were clear about it. The person slipping was actually the tow driver, not you, correct?
That's what it appeared, so yes.
Okay. I'd like to take a quick look at that with the court's permission at 4:46. May I publish
Okay?
that?
Yes.
This is 4:46. It's the same video that you were shown by Mr. Lally. We're at runtime about 5:37 and 05 p.m. I'm sorry, I said runtime. I meant time of day. Thank you. As a matter of fact, the time of day would be most easily seen right down here, although it's pretty small from where you're at. If you can't see that,
Oh
please let me
yeah,
know.
that's right. So Jackson realizes his insufficient grilling of Yuri, and he's like, okay guys, we don't need to go to the timestamps, just go to the clock at the bottom, the showing the time of day. Let's simplify it even further and crack this guy's skull open. I love it. And for that, folks, you're gonna have to join me in part 6 as we will continue the cross-examination of Yuri Bukhenik in the murder trial accusing Karen Reed of killing John O'Keefe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye everybody.